the caramel. I think this one's the caramel latte. Anyway, it's freaking delicious. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you guys how to make a shaker pen. So if you haven't done this before and you would like to do this, you can do a couple of things. You can buy some kits that already have the stuff that you need. So a couple of the things that you're gonna need is you're gonna need a lamp, preferably one that has an adjustable wattage on it so that you can go up to the 48, so that you can go up to the 48 watts for the curing. You need some sandpaper. I'm gonna use a weeding tool because I need to open up my skim coat. This is specifically designed. Oh, it's already open. Yay for me. This is specifically designed for making snow globe pens, which is, again, what we're going to make today. I already have some stuff out, so I don't really think I'm going to need all of this, but maybe the clips. So, oh, they're in there. So we're good. All right. And then you need some things to put inside of your snow globes. So we're going to use some of these clay pieces. We're going to use some fine glitter. Again, we're going to use the Magic Cure lamp. We have this little finger holder. We have this for while we're filling our pens. So let's get the first things done here. Let's get this open and get our couple things out so we can put this away. I have been cleaning all of this mess up and putting everything into bins. If you're a crafter, I tell you, if you do this stuff right away, it's much, much easier. We're gonna need a couple finger condoms, so we're just gonna get a few of those out. Throw this stuff in here. We need a pen. So we'll just take a pen out of here. Let's close this. So if you buy a kit, you're gonna get a lot of stuff already, depending on the kit that you buy. So you're gonna get a kit that's gonna give you the pens. It should give you some clay pieces. It should give you some glitter, those types of things, depending on what it is that you have selected. Just trying to make a little more room here, so just bear with me for a second. All right. You're also going to need a paper towel. Let me get my shake out of the way. And the first thing we're going to do is take our pen apart. So it should be, I do believe, pulling this top off. Let's see how this is going to work. So there's that. There's that. And here we go. Now, you would want to have one of these pen holders too. So this is how you're gonna hold your snow globe in there for when you're filling the solution. You want to put the pieces of your pen out of the way, but because we are gonna glitter this piece, we want to have down a piece of paper towel. And we need our sandpaper. And we're just gonna lightly sand the barrel. This is 220. We're just gonna lightly sand the barrel. Just enough to get the shine off, because one thing that can't happen is that resin cannot stick to a shiny surface no matter what. So no matter what kind of resin you're working with, you do need to sand in between your coats. And you want to get the edges good as well. I guess the tape is probably in your way, so let's move that out of the way. So again, we're just lightly sanding the barrel of our pen, just enough to get the shine off of it. We do not want to be removing the white paint. We want it to stay white. Again, we're doing this because resin will not stick. Oh, thank you. Hey, Raining Girl. How are you, love? Resin will not stick to a shiny surface, so whenever you're using any type of resin, again, you do need to be sanding in between the coats. You want to get up here on the top, too. Make sure you get all the way up there. Do a little bit more down here. It's usually better too if you wet sand, because then you're not going to have this dust floating up in the air. You should be wearing a mask and gloves whenever you're working with chemicals. Eye protection. You know the routine. Get yourself covered up. Be safe. We like breathing. So again, we're going to make a snow globe pen here. Just want to make sure that we have this roughed up really well. Do it over a piece of paper towel so you're catching the dust. But just so that you guys can see, right? This isn't shiny anymore. It's roughed up. And that's all you need to do. You definitely don't need to be scraping this down. You definitely don't need to be scraping this down to the to taking off the paint. People. I don't know why people always think that you want to be battling. What's up, girl? I'm sorry, I know you couldn't see there for a second. I don't have too much room right here, so I'm trying to make the best of it while we're sanding. Okay, so the reason for our paper towel is that we're just gonna take some 91% alcohol. We're just gonna squirt some on our pen barrel. And again, all you're gonna do is just wipe the pen barrel off. You just want to make sure that you get the dust off from here. Again, shiny surface and dust doesn't make for a good resin project. Aren't these the cutest little towels? Oh my gosh. I got them off the TikTok shop. They're so freaking cute. They say they're reusable, I don't know, but. Okay, so now that our barrel is all set, we are going to use some of the skim coat. So this is UV resin again. You're gonna need some type of adjustable lamp or something that goes up to 48 watts. And we're gonna put on a finger condom. Let's see how this works. This is a nitrile finger condom. And so we're just gonna slide this on. I'm sure most of you are, familiar with this process. Or hopefully you are. Hello, Elena, how are you? So anyway, we have our little finger condom on now. We have our skim coat. And all we're gonna do is put our pen barrel inside of this dowel, and I'm just gonna wrap some tape around it because we don't really need this to be going down very far. Just far enough that it doesn't fall off. So let me find the end of our tape. Pull a nice big old piece off of there. And we're just gonna take this and wrap it around here. Again, we're only just gonna try to make it so that the pen barrel doesn't slide too far down the stick. Would have been easier maybe to do this without our finger condom on, but whatever. So we don't want our pen barrel to be sliding all the way around up and down this stick. That would be counterproductive to what we're doing. So if we did a good job, that should be kind of like that. Do you see? So we're just gonna stick our pen through here, which is our little finger holder. We're just gonna slide it in here, and then we're just gonna put our pen barrel back over there. And that's gonna kind of hold it there for us while we're applying our skim coat. So let me get you guys where you can see this. There we go. You should be able to see it now, hopefully. I don't have enough room here to move this iPad back too far. So what you're gonna do is just take, actually, let me take this out of here. This will be a little easier so I can show you. So what you're gonna do is just run yourself a little line right down this. This isn't gonna take too much, and you're just gonna kind of coat this all the way around. Make sure you go to the edges. Try not to put it on so thick though that you're getting it to go up inside, because we don't want it to go up inside the barrel. I'm gonna flip this around this way so that I can do this side. And just try to evenly coat it. And all this is doing is giving us a surface for the glitter that we're gonna put on. So yes, we're gonna glitter this. There's a reason you had 4 kids. You didn't know about the finger condom. I didn't know about it either, because I also had 4 kids. My dad, I'll never forget, when I was pregnant with after I had my twins and I got pregnant again, my dad said, "Honey, how does this keep happening?" And I was like, "Really? Are you serious right now?" I said, "Even though you didn't give me the talk, I think we both know how this keeps happening." Okay, so now that we have this coated, you should be able to see that it's looking pretty glossy again. We're just gonna set it in here for a minute and just kind of we're gonna spin it around just a little bit, because we are going to be putting some glitter on it here. So we're just gonna let it sit for a second. Remember, this is UV resin, guys. You don't want it to be near the light at all, so make sure that you put it away. Let's take one of our paper towels. In case you can't tell, I freaking keep everything. And I'm just gonna wipe my finger cotton off. Reuse, reuse, reuse. The world is super expensive. Reuse, reuse. Okay. 91% alcohol is super cheap, and it's great for wiping stuff off. Any of your surfaces after you do your sanding, that kind of thing. And then you want to keep 99% alcohol if you do tumblers, or if you're using anything in regard to keeping bubbles off of your molds and things like that. Definitely up your alcohol content to 99. And remember, clean your stuff with tape. Your molds to get your glitter out, do not clean it. That should be good for you guys to see. Do not clean it. You know what I forgot? I forgot a piece of butcher paper, which we need. So give me 1 second. Let me grab a couple pieces. Get in there. Oh my God, had to rescue a pillow from Gigi. She is so bad. I tell you, if I leave this house to go back to work for real, this dog is gonna, I don't know, she's gonna have a friggin' meltdown. For real. Okay. So, sorry. We're back with a couple pieces of butcher paper. And what we're gonna do with the butcher paper is we are going to glitter. Put this out of the way. Make more room for you to see. Okay. We're gonna use this glitter, and we're gonna use this glitter, which is a white. We're just gonna crease our butcher paper so that we can pour our glitter back inside our containers when we're done. So just fold your glitter in half, or your paper, sorry, in half. We can move these out of the way because we're done with that. I'm only gonna make one of these right now. We're gonna get our glitter open, and let me take this back out of here. And we are just going to do a little bit of maybe an ombre. I almost was gonna do something really silly there. Did you see it? I was literally gonna dump that out of this bottle like an idiot. And that would have been all bad. And the seal doesn't want to come out. Dang it. The seals are supposed to be so that you can have the glitter sealed, not be stuck in the top of the lid. All right. Simple. Weeding tools are the best for everything. All right, so we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna go keep this at about a 90-degree angle. And that is definitely not wanting to come out of that side very well, so I guess we'll do it this way. Screw it. Want to kind of shake off the excess. I don't know why, but this stuff is a little bit clumpy. And so let's try, oh, that's better. Must have clumped up during transit because I'm in Florida and this just came. Still freaking ridiculously humid here. So all we're doing is just tapping, right? This is extra fine. This is like 128 glitter all over the barrel. And then you can just tap off that excess. Any places that you miss, just go ahead and put a little bit more on there. And this is what you should have so far. Something similar on. I think I saw a spot. Yep, right there. Not quite sure why. Might have missed having a little bit of skim coat on there. Okay, so I'll clean this up later. So the whole reason that we folded up our paper so we can take the next half, fold that over. I'm gonna put this back in here for a second. So we need to open up our white. And this white is just white with some sparkle. So it's like a diamond sparkle. Let's see if I can do this on here without taking it back off. Now, part of what we're doing right here is just trying to get a little bit of an ombre effect. So we're gonna kind of hold this up a little bit higher and kind of let the glitter fall down onto the pink some. Tap, tap, tap. And now you can see that we have a little bit of white going into the pink, which is exactly what we want. And so now what we are going to do is, let me actually fold this over. Slide these out of the way a little bit. Now we're going to take our lamp and I'm going to kind of keep it away from you. And we're going to put it on 120 seconds and we are going to take it all the way up to 48 watts. Oops, hit the button again. And what you can do while it's in here is just be kind of spinning this around, and that's gonna just ensure that this is curing all the way around. And that's where your fingers, your little finger, is really good to use. And I'm not gonna stick the iPad in here so that you can see what's happening. UV is not good for your eyes. So if you want to burn out your retinas, do it on your own time, okay? Got my bunch of shaker keychains I haven't put away yet. So we're just spinning it around again on 48 watts. Hey Lily, how are you, girl? Thanks for the heart me. We're making a snow globe pen. So we have 22 seconds left. And then we'll move on to the next step. And this is what she looks like. Get the finger out of the way. So there it is. And this is all cured. So this is pink and white, of course. So let me get our lamp out of the way here for a second. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna fill our snow globe. So you can always use these clamps too, any way that you need to make sure that it stays where you need it to stay for when you're putting your glitter on. Okay, so here's the top of the snow globe pen. As you can see, it's hollow. This is made so that this can fit right down in there like that. And it's gonna stand straight up. Let me get our little towel back, just because I typically am pretty messy. So we're gonna take some of the snow globe pen solution. If our top wants to screw off properly, we would be in business. But it doesn't want to. So I guess we have to do it like that, which is fine, whatever. All right. Not quite sure why this one is being so difficult, because it shouldn't be. These are like, okay. So as you can see, this has a little stopper in it, and it's kind of like a medicine bottle. So once you get the seal broke off, because this was a new bottle, then you're kind of going to push down and turn, and you're pushing down just to make sure that this stopper is back inside of here. And then we're just going to take and put a little bit, let me take this out. We're just going to put a little bit of solution in here just to get us started. So you can see, not very much, just a little bit. And then we're gonna take our clay pieces. And because we did pink, I'm gonna just use these pieces that I have right here. So we're gonna just, I'm gonna see if I can do it this way. Ooh, that's a big one. That ain't gonna fit in there. Hot air balloons. And so once we got those in there, see them? You can tap them to get them all down there into the bottom, right? And then we'll put in a little more solution. Should have had some tweezers for this. But of course I don't, so we'll try to do this with minimal mess. Just gonna pick up all these ones I dropped all over the place. Supplies, tweezers. Make sure you get a pair of tweezers out. Again, this is not my normal workspace. I don't normally do stuff like this sitting here, so overall, it's not going too bad. So that, just so that you can see, I'm gonna finish filling this up. And then we should have a little plug in the kit. And I hope we do, because I didn't make any. So again, this was one of the kits, but I have a bazillion pens. I ordered a bunch of pens in rose gold and silver. So I have tons of these. And you can make your own silicone plugs too. And your silicone plugs are just gonna look like this. So what you're gonna do after you fill this up, I don't know, I kind of want some glitter too. Do you think we have room? I don't know if we're gonna have room for some glitter in this. We're gonna have room for some glitter in this. We're gonna have room for some glitter in this. I won't chance it. I won't chance it. I do want to put this lid back on though before I spill this. I don't know, just because people see me in other people's, what do you call it? In their battles. They think that I battle. It's like, yo, homie, I don't battle, so just leave me alone. Quit trying to join my shit. Okay, so now we're gonna put this onto the top of this. And what you can see right now, right, is that this has to fit all the way down inside of here. So we're gonna really wanna be pressing this down. As much as we can. Oops, our little ring came off again. Silly little ring. Stay on there. Okay. So we're gonna leave that there like that for a second. And we need to put another coat of skim coat over the top of this. Little bottle. What the heck? Did I put it back in here? I don't know what I did with it. I'm pretty sure this wasn't it. No, that one's not open. Oh my goodness. I'm like losing, oh, it fell over. No wonder I can't see it. Okay. So again, you still have your finger condom on. Hi. What's up, girl? Shouldn't you be sleeping? And now because we have glitter on this, and glitter's gonna suck up a lot of our resin, we're gonna do 2 lines. And we're just gonna do the same thing we did before. Just gonna coat this all over. And it really doesn't take a whole lot. This is gonna seal in our glitter. And it's okay if they mix together, that's the point. Take a little bit more. As you can see, like I said, the glitter sucks up a lot. Make sure you get all the way up to the edges. And then just kind of work in one direction. Like the band, one direction. Again, make sure you get all the way down. So I'm just gonna spin this around a little bit. Can you guys see this? And then we're gonna put it into our lamp. 48 watts again. And we're just gonna kind of spin this around. I put it on 120 seconds. We're gonna run it again after this just because. Take our clamps off. A bit easier to spin it if we do that. And then remember to clean off all your equipment when you're done. So spin her around. That's going to help your UV spin around versus, evenly coat, right, versus just kind of clumping up. And if it is a little bit rough when you're done, it's no big deal, right? You sand it down again, You're not going to school this week? You're sick? What's wrong? Everybody's getting sick. Do you have the flu or a cold or what? You have pneumonia. Oh no. Good thing you're young and you can hopefully fight that off pretty quick. I hope you're taking some good meds for that. Remember your friend, 91% alcohol. Here she is. Because what are we doing? We're going to wipe off our little condom. We don't want to get this stuff all over. Boy, girl, I hope you feel better soon. Having pneumonia is not good. That's one thing I've lucked out in my life and I have never had. I've had bronchitis on the verge of walking pneumonia before because I never go to the freaking doctor. I'm such an idiot. I just like will be sick and sick and sick until I'm like about dead. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I should go to the doctor. But thank God I haven't had pneumonia. More of our balloons. So these were all balloons that we put on the inside. How long were you sick before you went to the doctor? Well, I'm glad you don't feel bad. That's good. You must be like coughing and having a hard time breathing though, right? So remember, we're just spinning our pen in here, which I'm not going to show you because UV light is dangerous for your eyes. And I want to make sure this thing is really nice and cured, so I'm going to run it again. Just keep spinning it. Now remember, it's no big deal, right? If this is not as smooth as we want it to be, we can just sand it down a little bit again, wipe it back off with some alcohol, put another coat of the skim coat on it, and we can put it back in here. Oh, so you had it for a few weeks. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I'm glad that you're getting to take some time off and you don't feel like death. That's always a good thing. I freaking hate being sick. I don't know. I thought I might be getting sick because I was hanging out yesterday. I could not stay awake, but I also don't sleep well at night, so eventually it catches up to me. So I couldn't sleep, and then yesterday I went back to sleep in the morning, and then I got up and I came out here. I got a shower. I came out here. I was intending to do some work, and instead I took a nap. And then I took another nap, and I woke up at like 8:30 last night, hadn't eaten dinner, slept most of the day, to my daughter's blowing up my phone because my dad had to go to the hospital, and he was going to go to assisted living, but now they're saying after testing him that he's too bad. He's got to go to a nursing home, and he is 88 and losing his freaking mind because he would like to die at home and he's not going to be able to. So it's sad, very sad. So you can see how shiny this is right now. And again, if we wanted to, It feels pretty smooth, but I think I'm just gonna sand it down one more time because we want this to really be smooth and shiny. Hey, my king, how are you? Nice to see you. Sorry I wasn't with you earlier. You know the last couple days that I've had, not been joyous. So now, because we have put our plug inside of here, we need to stop up our plug. And what we're going to use for that is something that's called soft coat. And what that's going to do is just leave this a little bit flexible, but it's going to give us a nice seal. So again, you can use your weeding tool. I use the Cricut weeding tools for everything. Don't forget to wipe that off when we're done. Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. You know, it's been a day, right? I'm having to, you know, my kids are upset about their grandfather and just trying to muddle through, and I have a bunch of work to get done and it's not cooperating, and I spent 4 hours working on some leads that ended up all bouncing because I didn't have it set up correctly. So there you go. So we're just gonna take this right now and we're just gonna put this all over the top. And I'm just gonna use my finger. You should just use a tool, because you really want to seal this off. You don't want us to have any leaks. I think that's good. So I'm gonna put it inside. Actually, I'm just gonna use this little pocket lamp. Having a little pocket lamp is really good. This is adjustable too, and rechargeable. No more batteries, which is fabulous. And I put a nice big glob on here, so we want to make sure that this definitely cures. And then we also want to make sure that it's not going to leak. Well, girl, I would say that you are so lucky that you're not a lot sicker. It's because you're young, you're bouncing back. It's like, that's what I like to hear. I know, thank you. You're sweet. Did you battle earlier, or were you waiting for me? Thanks for sharing. So again, we've used 2 different types of UV resin on this pen. We have used the soft coat to seal up where our silicone plug went in, and you can also do that. You're waiting for me? Okay. You can also do that to make the plugs if you have a mold. This, I bought a couple of kits because I wanted certain sprinkles that I didn't have already, certain clay pieces. And then you also need to have the skim coat. You can use any type of resin that you want to make these pens. A UV resin is obviously going to be easier for you because you literally just will cure it just like this, right? And you can stop any kind of dripping at all. So this is a little bit easier to do it like this. Hey, Kathy. Roman, are you going to go on at all tonight, or are you going to wait till tomorrow? Because it's late there, right? My daughter's going to be so mad. She had to go have her skin cells done and her blood work. She might have finally found a kidney transplant after 5 years. So they're going through some testing right now because she's an acute kidney failure at 38 years old. Okay, honey, it was good to see you. Hi, Lisa. It was good to see you. I'll see you later on. Thank you for jumping on. Oh, you will go now and go live? My daughter is really sick, but she's just like her mom. She like busts through everything, right? So, what ends up, she's, you know, I mean, once she found out that she was acute, I think that really started to dampen her spirits a lot. Hey, Lisa, I'm doing good. How are you? We're just making some snow globe pens, or one snow globe pen. That's all we're doing. It was really starting to kind of wear on her and dampen her spirits. So, God willing, she's got a donor. And then, you know, if everything goes well, that means my daughter will become healthier. But this person will then become my daughter and have to go through dialysis. So my daughter goes to dialysis 3 times a week right now. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's great, Lisa. My day's been interesting. This is the most fun that I've had, honestly. I was working on some other things that were utter failures due to my own mistake. But crafting is my favorite, so this is where I'm happy. It's like being a starving artist, though. You really can't make any money. Okay. So I'm just gonna turn this off right now. That's the best light ever. And let's do the test. Are you guys ready? Oh, this one? Thank you. Are you guys ready? What do you think? Is it gonna leak all over the place when we flip it upside down? Let's test it. Is she leaking? Oh, she's not leaking. Yay, we did good. So let's see if we can shake this and mix up all of our sprinkles a little bit. Look it. Here's our little pen. Look how cute she is. So this has hot air balloons and stars and things like that in it. And they'll move around as you write. And then, of course, here's our bottom half, right? So this is our sparkly part. But like I said to you, I want to sand it down one more time. So we're gonna do that together before I leave. So I'm just gonna set that off to the side because we're done with it. We're gonna put our soft coat away because we're done with that. She's not leaking. Thank you. We'll save those for a second. So you guys remember what we do. We put down our handy dandy little paper. You're gonna tell me what I did with my sandpaper because I don't know. Goodness Goodness gracious. Ugh. These chairs are really tall and I am like really freaking short, so it's super hard for me to get up here. You guys were supposed to be babysitting me, telling me where I put the sandpaper, but you didn't help me out. Did I stick it in this box? Oh, it's right here. You guys probably even saw it. Okay. So, again, we're going to be sanding over top. Let me put one of these on here. We're going to sand over top. Just light again, right? Want to scratch up our surface. Because do you hear that? This should sound really smooth and you can still hear the sandpaper noise. So again, we're just going to rough this up a little bit, then put one more coat on here. There was a lot of glitter that I didn't really shake off of this, so it sucked up a lot of the resin. And it's not lumpy or bumpy or anything like that, so all we have to do is just take the shine off again. Make sure you get all the way up to the edge. We want our edges to be really nice and sealed. If you're smart too, you can always just fold your sandpaper around here. Oh, verification. Hold on, guys. I gotta do this verification thing. Probably can't do it with that finger. And I know this seems like this is taking me forever to do this, which it is, because I definitely did not have my, you know, my emoji poop pile together when I got on here. But if you have everything out and you're ready, you can make a lot of these in just a couple minutes. It doesn't take long at all. And if anyone wants to know where I got these kits from, does anyone want to know? If you want to know where I got the kit from, let me know and I will tell you. It's from my favorite store. You want to know? Are you going to make some snow globe pens? Anyway, these are from Resin Rockers, which is like my favorite craft store. Daniel Cooper, one of my favorite resin artists, introduced me to them. And I have never gone back. Although I do have my own glitters and things like that. Oops, sorry. Put the alcohol in your way. And again, for those of you guys who are interested or just joined, this is just 91% alcohol. Whenever you sand, you want to sand over top of a paper towel. And then you just want to use it to make sure that you're taking off any of the dust, because otherwise your resin will not stick. So this is what it should look like again. There's still a few shiny spots, but for the most part, this is looking pretty dull. So this is what it should look like again. There's still a few shiny spots, but for the most part, this is looking pretty dull. And that's what we want. And what did we do? Do you guys remember what we did? We put 2 lines on here of the skim coat, remember? I don't know that we're gonna need that much this time though. So we're just gonna try a little band like that. Oh yeah. This is the ticket. Get this coated. Again, keep the resin away from your skin. Make sure you get to the edges. We want our edges to be completely sealed. And then just smooth it so that's even, or as even as you can get it. Doesn't need to be a thick coat again because we already have 2 coats on here. And if you kind of spin it around while you're doing this, this will help to level it. And just because we like fire, I'm gonna take the lighter and we're just going to make sure that there's no bubbles on this coat. This will help to thin out the resin just a little bit too, since we don't want to use a lot. Just be careful because you don't want to burn it, so keep spinning it. And as soon as you're done heating it up, make sure you put your lighter somewhere where you're not going to catch anything on fire because it's going to be hot. Then she's going to go back into our lamp. So let's take our clamps back off. And then it's going to be almost time to reassemble. Put her back on 48 watts. For 120. And keep spinning her. You have the same lighter? I buy these things, like I have all kinds. I have big torches for when I make tables, or big ocean pieces. You guys haven't really seen that kind of stuff, I don't think, for me, but I make tables. I have a coffee bean table sitting right beside me. I make a lot of different resin tumblers, and I make clocks and coasters, and I make my own molds. I really do a lot of stuff with resin. So I have a lot of different size torches. Those are perfect though for these like little jobs where you can just give it a quick torch without. UV resin really doesn't need a whole lot of heating up. It's made so that it's got a lot less bubbles in it. It's one of the reasons why I like this particular resin. So you just keep spinning again while you have this reasonably cured, right? I do it through the whole process, which is why this is taking a little bit longer, because I definitely want to make sure that my resin spreads out and there's no clumpy bumpies anywhere. And again, I would show you what I was doing, but UV is very bad for your eyes. It's also bad for your skin, guys. So don't be sticking your hands inside of this light unless you're wearing black gloves. It's dangerous. You should be wearing a respirator whenever you work with resin, especially if you heat it up, and you should be wearing gloves. You should be in a well-ventilated room, and you should be protecting your skin and your eyes as much as possible. So this was a really thin coat. Probably didn't need to do it a second time, but I like to make sure that everything is cured. I wouldn't want to take this off and then turn around and be like, oh, damn it, I just put a fingerprint in there. Do you like my farmer outfit today, by the way? Oh, and of course somebody wants me to go do a mortgage signing for them. Oops. Can't do that right now, sorry. I'm a notary in Florida and I do closings. Hey, Dark Rose. Thanks for popping on. I'm not quite sure if this is your gig or not, but I see you on his lives all the time, and I'm just making a snow globe pen. So I appreciate you popping on. Good evening. Just making sure that our hopefully last layer of resin is cured properly before we put our pen back together. If you stick around for a second, you're going to be the one who gets to see it. Yay! Thanks again for all the likes, guys. You guys are awesome. Okay. So, I'm going to leave our finger condom on just for a second. Let's make sure this thing is all the way cured. So, she looks pretty shiny. And it's cured. It feels nice and smooth all the way around, so I think we're good to go there. Actually, we might need to spin it for one more time. I thought we were done, but we are not. I'm not quite sure if I had it all the way up, honestly. So this is something that needs to cure on 48 watts for sure. And because we now have 3 coats of resin on here, I just want to make sure that it's all the way cured. By the way, a little tip for you guys, if you guys ever get sticky resin, you can put your piece into a little container with water in it, and you can put your resin into your UV lamp and cure it, and that will cure the stickiness. I know there are brands of resin out there that people have used that gets really sticky or they can't get it to cure properly. That's usually why. Some brands just don't cure properly. So I'm going to turn this one just a little bit. Hey, Raining Girl. I'm going to turn this one just a little bit slower just to make sure that we get all the parts, because most of it felt fine. There was just like one section that needed a little bit more. I love the necklace. Thank you. You're the best, Raining Girl. I wish you lived closer to me. We could have fun. Hi, Elena. You're the best. Okay, let's check her out now. Let's see. One thing that you have to do too is kind of let your pieces cool down. But there she is. So we're gonna set that there. Just kind of clean this mess up a little bit real quick before we put the pen back together. And don't forget too that we have to put our glitter back inside our container. Let's turn the lamp off and get it out of the way because we're done with it for now. Let's put that over there. And we have our end, and let's test her one more time. Definitely not leaking. But the solution is a little bit oily, so let's just make sure that we wipe this off. Remember, alcohol is your best friend in the resin business. That and baby wipes. So let's just wipe this part off. And if I'm not mistaken, this part should be the one. Let me see. We have to make sure we're putting them in the right way. That's the wrong way. This is the right way. Oh, we might have to clean a little bit of this off. We're gonna have to clean some of it off. Damn it. You know what I just noticed that's different about these pens? They don't have the part for the clip. So in the old pens, they had like a line right here where the clip would slide down in. I just noticed that. Okay, so here we are with this part. Look at how freaking cute she is. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. We should have put some glitter in here, I think. I think that would have made it a little more sparkly. But she's super cute, right? So all I'm gonna have to do, and I don't think I have it out here. Let me see if I can do it with this. You have to be really careful around the edge, which of course I wasn't being super careful. If you use a deburring tool, that cleans this stuff right out of here. Got some clumpy glitter in here. guys might as well see all the messiness of crafting. Because this is definitely how it works. You can also buy refills for these pens too. Let's see if I can use this. Yay! All right. Dun 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 dun. And look it! We have a pen. Here she is. What do you guys think? Thanks, King. You're the best. So some little hot air balloons in here. I tell you, these kinds of things are like super awesome gifts too. Handmade stuff for your friends. It's the best. Thanks, Raining Girl. Appreciate it. So that's it. We made one. That's all we're gonna do for today. But I did want to show you guys because I'm gonna be making a bunch of these, and I have a bunch of ornaments spray painted too. So they're all ready to go. So we are gonna make some, and then these pens are super nice because all you're doing is twisting it in order for it to be writing. Super awesome gifts. You can make ones for teachers or crafters. You want to get the kit? Babe, I think you need one with hearts. I don't think you want one with balloons, do you? You need one with hearts and little crowns. Let me see what I can do for you.